Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And this morning I come to you from this magnificent location here at the International Passenger Terminal. I'm down on the deck, and as you can see, we've got Sydney awakening to another beautiful, glorious spring morning. It feels like summer, and it's a great time of year. We've got the Victor Chang ferry coming in to Circular Quay. Victor Chang, as we can remember, was a great surgeon who tragically was murdered many years ago, but a person who made a significant contribution to our lives and the world in which we live in, and a great Australian. Anyway, let's have a bit of a panning shot to see what's happening here on the horizon. It's a glorious morning. We've got a southwesterly wind, just blowing gently those flags on the bridge. We've got a half moon. It's a clear day and a great start to Friday, and hopefully we'll have a fantastic weekend. It's my youngest granddaughter's birthday on Sunday. She turns 1, and I just can't believe how time has moved on. And you just blink, and before you know it, they're up and walking, talking, and becoming people in their own right. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today? In the true fashion of Jim's 5am Club, we come unscripted, unedited, unorganised, unplanned, uneverything. But that's the beauty of it. The whole key of it is to be authentic and casual in our style, so that we're sharing experiences and just kicking the day off like a parea and just having a bit of a walk and talk. Anyway, let's go for a bit of a walk and talk, and I'll head over here to Campbell's Cove. We'll have the sun coming up in about 10 minutes, so hopefully I'll get the sunrise sneaking up before I head off to work. What I choose to talk about this morning is the topic of self-pity. Self-pity. And I've got to tell you, there's nothing less sexy than a person who is involved in their own self-pity. Remember years ago when I was at university, there was a young lady that we used to know, who would always be into the self-pity, and we actually even named her Sorry Sula, always talking about herself in a negative way, which was quite sad actually. But I've been able to reflect over the years, and it is something which is a bit of a challenge. And for people who don't understand it, it is something in their personality type which probably needs to be addressed as early as possible, because the people who are always saying sorry, or are always walking on eggshells, or always worried what other people think, or always worried how they look, or scared to say this and scared to say that. People who live in fear, and it may come from having overbearing parents or overprotective parenting. I don't know what causes it, but one thing for sure and for certain, it's a mood killer. It is so unsexy that it's just not funny. And there's a lesson there for young people, there's a lesson there for everybody. There's a fine line between being confident and being arrogant. I'm not saying for people to be arrogant, but you're better off erring on the side of being arrogant rather than being, a sorry wart and a person who is always sorry, and somebody who bathes and indulges and lives in self-pity. Because self-pity is so unappealing. I don't know how to put it, without overstating my mark and causing too much concern. But now we've got to be careful in our lives that we don't spend our lives apologising and being apologetic all the time. It's nice to apologise every now and then and to be sincere in your apology. But when you're always apologising, always saying you're sorry, and always talking down about yourself, it's something which is very, very draining to the people around them. So the lesson to young people is to be bold, to stand out. The Opera House makes a statement up there. The Harbour Bridge makes a statement. This tall ship makes a statement. The Opera House makes a statement. And everybody is invited in their lives to make a statement and not to feel sorry for themselves. Because by feeling sorry and by saying sorry, I remember a fellow told me years ago, by saying sorry all the time, you're admitting fault. You're admitting that there's something wrong with you. And you're giving other people an invitation to look down upon you, to attack you, and to bully you. So you're better off being bold, being confident, and if need be, even arrogant. Because at least when you've got those sorts of things in your inventory, people at least take notice of you and respect you. But if you're constantly apologising, saying you're sorry, and seeking pity from other people, what you're going to be doing is actually turning them off. There's only so much that people can be attracted to, and self-pity isn't one of those things that is all that appealing and all that sexy, if you know what I mean. Look at this southern swan. What a beautiful example of a tall ship this is. Anyway, let's keep on walking around and talking, but I think you get where I'm coming from. The rules of the game are very simple, and you should, as I said before, consider. I'm not telling you what to do. Not telling you what to do in any way, shape or form, but you need to be a bit of a mongrel as well in your life and not apologise just for the sake of apologising, because as I said before, and as was pointed out to me many years ago, by apologising you are basically inviting somebody to attack you because you're admitting fault. You should never admit fault unless you actually sincerely mean it and that you are at fault, remembering that there are two parties to every transaction, and there are two points of view, at least, if not many. So don't sell yourself short, because if you sell yourself short by 1 unit, society will sell you short by 100 units. You need to do whatever you can to protect your reputation, to protect your integrity as a person, and not to go out of your way to provide negative advertising or negative information about you, false information. If you've wronged somebody, by all means apologise, but don't go out of your way to apologise just to get people to like you, because self-pity, as we've said before, is unsexy. Self-pity is draining. Self-pity raises questions. Why is this person seeing themselves the way they see them? So there's a big lesson to learn for young people, and that is to be confident, to be bold, to be on the lookout, of course, to be on the lookout, but not to sell themselves short, because selling yourself short will most definitely cause you issues and challenges further down the track. I guess the other thing I wanted to chat about as well is that we all need to be approachable. We all need to be humble, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. But there's a big difference between being humble, being approachable, and being a person who is living in self-pity. Anyway, the sunrise is due very, very soon. It's probably up over there on the horizon, but you can see the glow happening. Let's just move around and get another angle, just in case we do get to catch the sun coming up. But it's a beautiful morning, and it's a beautiful part of Sydney, and a beautiful time of year. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, take care, wishing you all the best. Stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, don't indulge. I can't say this strongly enough. Don't indulge in self-pity, because it's unsexy, it's unwelcomed, and it's not going to do you any favours in life, because it creates seeds of doubt in family members and people around you. Be confident, be competent, and even err on the side of arrogance rather than the other way around, in order to survive the pressures of this modern world, and to live a life which is worth living, and to not spend your life saying you're sorry, not spend your life apologising, because, as we said before, there's no need for it, unless, of course, there is a need for it. But in most cases, we're just better off just getting through life and being who we are, without being overly apologetic or overly sorry. Anyway, signing off from Jim's 5am Club. I've got to head back to work. Take care, yasas, and bye for now. From Jim's 5am Club, I look forward to chatting to you again tomorrow from another place with another message, and wishing you all the best for this glorious Friday.